Well, Stephen, it must be a massive honour, first of all, to get to the 100 appearances for Ossett Town. Just how much does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's a great achievement for myself personally. It means a lot. I've always tried to play as high as I can for as long as I can. So to remain at a club like Ossett for a third season and rack up 100 appearances, it means a lot to me. Yeah.
I was going to say, when you first joined Ossett, was it ever an aim to get to such a figure?
Maybe a long-term goal. Yeah, I think the short-term goal was to listen to the new manager and do what he asked of me and try and get the team in the best position. Took each game by game really. Didn't really focus on how many appearances I could make, just focus on the next game in hand.
You must enjoy playing for Ossett Town.
Yeah, I really have. Yeah, over the past couple of seasons, managers have changed, but I enjoyed my time with both managers so far, and there's been quite a turnover of players as well. But the majority of the players that have come in and settled into the team, I've enjoyed playing with them as well. I've had some great games and some good times. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
I was going to say, obviously you've been there a couple of years. How's it been going year on year that you are playing with new teammates on the years?
It can be difficult at times because every now and then a lot of players might leave because they're not getting game time, and then you have to bring in new players, and the turnover of players can be quite a lot, and sometimes the team doesn't settle because of that, and the results might not be as good as they possibly could. But once you get a bit of a settled squad and you get a good set of lads as well, and then you find that the environment off the pitch goes onto the pitch, and your results start to become more positive. So it's definitely a lot better once you get a settled squad, but it definitely is a little bit harder when the squad isn't so settled and the turnover of players is quite a lot.
And looking at how the season's been going so far, just how would you rate it?
Tricky one. It's we're definitely improving on last season. We're not as consistent as we'd like to be. I think we're doing better than last season. We could, if we're being a bit ambitious, we could have been a lot higher. A couple of games we've played well and not gotten results, but then again, there's some games where we've maybe not played too well, but we have got results. So I think if we become more consistent, there could be a real positive outcome for the season. Maybe pushing towards the top half, playoffs even. If we're not consistent like we have been, then there's that danger of falling down the league into the bottom half and even towards a relegation fight, which none of the lads or the gaffer wants this season like we had last season. It's not nice when you're down there and you've got them each week. You want to go out and have something to aim for, and I think this year, if we are consistent, we can definitely do that.
I'm putting you on the spot a little bit. Just obviously, you've had them 100 games. If there was one you had to pick out as your best, which one would it be?
Good question. I can't remember who we played at home. We played at home and I scored 2 penalties. So from a personal point of view, to get 2 goals, it was really good. It was really nice. From a team point of view, we beat Scarborough last year at home. I know it meant a lot to the gaffer, and it meant a lot to us to get him that victory. We played some excellent football, and probably the best football we've played since Gaffer's been in charge. So I'll choose the Scarborough game at home because it was a great team performance and it was a fully deserved victory.
And talking about one of the upcoming games, it's going to be on non-league day on the 10th of October, and Ossett Town are going to be doing some reductions in the fee people have to pay to get in. Just how important is it that you get more people through the door to watch Ossett Town play?
It's very important, especially if some of the local big teams haven't got games, such as Leeds and maybe Bradford and Sheffield, teams like that. It's important that they can come down and they can enjoy themselves for a fee that isn't a lot of money. And sometimes you get a lot of games that are more impressive than some of the professional games. And it's for a lot less money. You can interact more with the crowd because there's a lot less people. But it is important for teams such as Ossett to get as many people through the gate and interested as possible. Clubs at our standard don't run off that much money and that much income, so the amount of income they get from gate receipts and people buying stuff from the ground is important, not just for the players but for the club as well. So it's massively important, really, that we get as many people down as we can.
And Stephen, then you've had 100 appearances. Is there a particular number you're aiming for next?
No, probably not. No, I didn't really know I had 100 coming up till Neil Spofforth told me. And I just, like I said before, I'm just focusing on the next game and taking each game by game to make sure we can get a positive outcome. And the next game's massive, isn't FA Trophy game at home to Warrington. So I know all the lads. We've got a good draw on Saturday at home to Mosley, and I know we want to get that consistency right and take the positives out of that game into the next game. So not really a figure in my head, just taking each game by each day, really.